Hey there, it's Victoria McCooey, founder of the Divorce Course for Women. I am here live for my very last episode of Manic Monday from the Beach for this year at least. This is my last Monday at the beach. So next week I'll be coming to you from home, but vacation does not interrupt Manic Monday, right? The show must go on. So here we are. Today's topic, this is all about what your kids come home saying from a weekend or a week or whatever vacation at your ex's. Well, today I'm talking about when the other parent sends messages to you through the kids. This is the biggest no-no. Like, it may seem harmless or benign, like, oh, we'll tell your mom, we'll tell your dad. You have no idea the weight of that burden on your kids. It's really so unfair. So here's an example from one of my clients. So the dad has the kids for the day, and he tells the 7-year-old son, call mom and tell her to come pick you up because he's supposed to pick up and drop off, but just tell mom to come pick you up. Now, they live in the same town. It's not like a big deal, but regardless, the arrangement was made. I mean, this is what their parenting schedule looks like. He picks up and drops off. The kids don't know, nor should they need to know, that this is like their arrangement, and you don't put that burden on the kids to try to change an agreement you made with your ex-spouse. So it's really dirty pool because, now mom has to make this decision. Dad's putting the kid in a place. Hey, dad says, can you come pick us up for whatever reason? And now she's having to either try to explain to the kid that this is not the agreement. That's not information they need to be burdened with. Or she has to say, no, I can't come pick you up, which seems harsh, right? Or she has to lie and say, I can't come pick you up because, my favorite was always, I've got something on the stove or I've got something in the oven and I can't leave. But then the problem then is they come home and they're like, what was on the stove, and you have to lie more, and lying just leads to more lies. So I never recommend that. Or she says, put dad on the phone. Now there's an argument. Like, just stick to the plan. Like, if it's not an emergency and you really don't have to change the plan, you're just like not feeling it. Like, I don't feel like getting up, I'm comfortable, and I don't feel like dropping the kids off. That is not a good reason to burden your kids with the negotiations. Like, it's so selfish and it's so cowardly. So don't do it. That's just not fair to anyone. So that is my message for today. Do not burden your kids with sending information or asking for changes through them to your ex-spouse. If you one day get into a relationship with your ex-spouse where it's friendly and nice, and you want to like talk, make plans to meet for lunch, whatever, that's great. But if you're going through a divorce, this is your adversary. I mean, this is the person you're standing on the other side of the courtroom with. I mean, you have lawyers who are like, making plans to find information. You're in a war. So you can't suddenly switch that off and go, all of a sudden I'm going to sure, no problem. I'll come get them, no problem. You have to stay in that lane while you're going through the divorce. So hi, I'm not going to say your name because, it's private. I'm not sure if on this you guys can see each other's names, but I have a question. Just curious, what if something comes up, then the dad should call, right? Absolutely. The dad should talk to you, and it better be a good reason, right? Not just like, I'm in the middle of a movie and I don't want to miss it. Like, no, this is your responsibility. A lot of times I see in my experience, dads don't really realize the extent, this is a generalization, but a lot of times dads who have visitation don't realize the extent of the physical labor involved in taking care of their kids, right? So they have their kids, They have them for the weekend or for an overnight or whatever. And it seems like a lot of work. And they're like, hey, help me out. Come pick them up. What they don't know is what is entailed every single day, all day, 24/7. Like, I made a suggestion to one of my clients that when the dad actually did this, said, I'm picking up and dropping off. It doesn't seem fair. You should do one way of the drop off or pickup. So I suggested to her that she send an email with one column of all the things she does and a column of the things he does, which is basically pick up, drop off. Every doctor's appointment, every teacher meeting, every soccer, like everything she picks up and drops off for, and say, sure, we can share. Here's the list. You want to cut that in half? Like they have to, sometimes dads don't understand the amount of work that goes into it. And I'm going to be fair, yeah, my clients are women, but sometimes it's the mom that doesn't understand and the dad's doing all the heavy lifting. But so fair is fair. So anyway, that is my message for today. I will see you next week from Garden City, Bye Bye Beach. I'm going to put a link in the post for a free consultation with me. So anytime you want to ask me about your specific problems or about what my coaching programs look like, just book a free call on my calendar. First appointment is always free. Also, I have a new, thanks for all the emojis. I love that. I have a new program called All About Abuse. It's brand new. I'm going to put another link in my post so you can find out all about that. It is going to teach you everything there is to know, what abuse in marriage looks like, so you can identify it, see if what you're going through actually is abusive, understanding how the abuse got there. How did it happen? How did it get to this point? Seeing if you can fix it, seeing if it's a possibility that you can start creating boundaries that are going to stop the abuse from continuing. And if not, then when is the right time to get out? How do you know when the right time is? Like when you're over the line and you're in a dangerous place and you need to save yourself and or your children. All right, so that is a 4-session program. It's once a week for 4 weeks, and we cover all that. So I will put a link there. If I don't see any other questions, but some hellos, hello everybody. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again next Monday.